Hi traders, you're welcome to my channel. I'm OT Josh. So right now I just did a put trade in this area where I didn't get it at the exact point. What I wanted to do was do a put trade at the middle here. Yes, I wanted to do a put trade at the middle, but nevertheless, this is also a good trade to take. Now I'm going to show you, because I have been watching this price action, I'm going to show you why I took this trade starting from here. Let's look at just 1 2 3 4 5. Looking at this last 5 minutes candle, I'm going to show you why I took this trade. Now look at this. Okay, let me make it hold on. Okay, let me add the volume. Now look at this candlestick. Is a hammer kind of candle, right? Guess, look at the volume. Now we've seen the volume. Now look at this second candle. Within this candle and this candle, there is a price action. And what is that price action? What is the action? It is a loss in momentum. Yes. Why? Because as you can see, this body of the candle, you can see how buyers pushed, and it made this hammer. The next candle, buyers were supposed to push, they pushed up, and sellers pushed down. Now we can see that sellers are in this candle, and it was also a small bodied candle. If it were a gain in momentum, this body would have been bigger than this body. You understand? Now we've seen that there is a gain in momentum. How can we confirm? This is why I use the volume indicator. How can we confirm this price action? Now I'm looking at the next volume here. You can see how the volume increased. You see, increasing volume. Can you see it? Increasing price action. Now most people may say this is a loss of momentum, so it's decreasing. No, we are not looking at just the loss of momentum. We are looking at what the loss of momentum tells us. I don't know if you get this. It tells us something. It tells us that the price action is not as strong. Okay, if the price action is not as strong, how do we believe what the market is saying? Through volume. This is what it's saying now. How is it a price action? Why is it significant? How is it a significant price action? Because you can see that this price action might occur anywhere, and it won't be as significant as this. Why is this now a significant price action? Because it is happening at a key level. What is that key level? The round number. Sorry, not the round number, the middle Bollinger Band. The middle Bollinger Band is a key level, number one. Number two, if you look closely, you have a round number of 1.35880. 1.35880. Now, this round number shows us that there is a significant action by market participants in that level. Within this place, there is an action, and this is the action that is being reflected within these two candles. Now we've seen what kind of action. It is a loss in momentum. That's the action, a loss in momentum. Now look at the next candlestick. It is what? A red shooting star. Now this has confirmed. This is the confirmation we need to get about the previous information we got, which is the loss in momentum. Yes, this is it. This is the confirmation we need to get about this loss in momentum. Now, if I have seen these two loss in momentum, if I have seen this and I want to trade, I don't want to wait for a confirmation. This is where all our support and resistance becomes valuable, because if you look closely, you can see some change in polarity here. Why? We have support, we have support, we have support, support. This candle broke, this one came back, resistance. So loss in momentum confirmed. Immediately this candle goes above the resistance and gets a rejection, we do a put. But I wasn't I was still how do I put it, analyzing. I wanted to be sure. Now here is something that is important. This is now a kind of reversal. If you go to your 5 seconds chart now, what you see is an uptrend an overbought area and a reversal. After a reversal, what you see is this candle is becomes a retracement candle. Now, if you have the course, I told you about the test, a test in low volume and a test in high volume. A test in low volume shows that what the buyers are out of the market. Now you see this test, it is in low volume. It now shows the buyers are out of the market. Now the next candle came in with an increasing volume. This is another confirmation. Now we want to trade. How do we trade again? We look for pressure, and by that I mean we look for a resistance. Just like if you are taking this trade, you look for the resistance here and you take the trade. In this case, we are looking for the resistance. Now, why did I put this mark here? Because in a huge candlestick, the middle of that candle serves as support and resistance. It serves as support and resistance. So I waited for the candlestick to go back. If I had taken the trade here, I would have won. But just to be careful, to be sure, you wait for the candlestick to go back up. When it goes back up, what you do your put trade. And then it comes down. And now the next thing we saw is what? We saw a decrease in momentum. Why? Why did I say we saw a decrease in momentum? Buyers, after this candle came here, buyers tried to go up and they failed. This is a price action. They failed at this round number. This is a price action. Next, this candlestick came with another huge volume. But if you look at this candlestick volume and this candlestick volume, you see how, sorry, the body, you see how this is bigger than this, but look at the volume. So we are seeing a loss in momentum. How do we confirm this loss in momentum? Increasing volume has showed us that yes, this is truly a loss in momentum. So therefore, we should be doing what? Looking for a reversal to happen. There is also a round number here. Now, if you look at the next candle, this is also what? A loss in momentum candle, but the volume is decreasing. Now, you can't analyze this in a form of loss in momentum because you've already gotten the loss in momentum between this and this. Now, if you come back here, you can see that this is a low spread on low volume. A low spread on low volume tells you that there is validation. Now, it tells you, that validation tells you that there is no form of manipulation in this price action. In the markets right now, there is no form of manipulation. Everything you are seeing is true. Everything you are seeing is true. And what is so true again, the price is at the 2 deviation lower Bollinger Band, which is the reversal point. These are the 2 deviation Bollinger Band, which is what? The reversal point. We can see that this is an inverted hammer, which is a reversal pattern. So with this, we know that everything we are seeing here is true. So the moment I see this candlestick with huge volume, I know that, okay, the markets will be going up. I can go for call trade for 2 minutes. 1, 2, you are in the money. Now, within this candlestick, within these 2 candlesticks now, you can see an obvious loss in momentum. How? How? Look at this body and look at this body. It was going up, this body is getting smaller, and this body is bigger than this one. It's supposed to be, this body should be bigger, this body here should be bigger than this body, but the reverse is the case. It shows us a loss in momentum. Now, the loss in momentum is not very strong because this candlestick, even though it's smaller than this, it still has some good size. But you can see, obviously, the volume is telling us, yes, this is truly a loss in momentum. So what should we be looking at? Again, we've seen loss in momentum. What should we be looking at this time? Pressure points whereby the loss in momentum can really take place. And guess what? There is a round number again here. Now, as you can see, for those of you who will not wait for confirmation, you can see how this candle was coming down. Most people will take a put trade here and then it will go up and you'll be in the money. But that's not a problem because you can, just like the Telegram signal group, you can do a put again here, you get yourself in the money. But that's not what I'm referring to. What I'm saying now is this candle now, it looks like sellers came down and buyers overtook them. But because this is a loss in momentum, this candle no longer has the value of a hammer candle. It now has the value of a hanging man. And at this point, this candlestick signifies what? a reversal. Now you have a loss in momentum signifying a reversal. You have a hanging man signifying a reversal. But I cannot go with this hanging man. Why? The volume is low. But then we saw a candlestick like this. This is supposed to be a shooting star, but it is not a shooting star. It is a gravestone doji. It is not a shooting star. You see, it's not a shooting star. So we have seen that the reversal is going to happen. We wait. Since it's not a shooting star, you don't trade it directly. You now wait. When you wait, you get a candlestick like this, where that has same upper and lower wick. Now understand that at this point we are talking about the current pressure in the market. We've seen loss in momentum, hanging man, gravestone doji. All of these is just telling us one thing: the market is about to reverse. The market is about to change direction, and this is what as traders we are looking for. Now, when you see a long high wave candle like this candle is called the high wave. Why? Because it has the same equal size upper and lower wicks, and is at the enemy's territory, because this is seller's zone. Why is it seller's zone? It is seller's zone because what we have been analyzing has always been pointing towards selling pressure. Like I said, there is a loss in momentum, there is a hanging man, there is a gravestone doji. These things are called confluences of factors, and you see how in some of them the volume was increasing. If you look at this one now, the volume has increased again. Can you see the volume increased? So from here now, this increased volume does not tell you to buy. This increased volume is telling you that the pressure of sellers is strong here. This candle is a trap candle. So what do? Put. You do a put, but look at when the put option came, look at how low the volume was. And then this other one came, the volume was still low again. But then this candlestick came and closed as a shaving head, and the volume was high. Therefore, this candlestick, I'm telling you, you are still in the seller's area. You are still in a seller's area. So when you are seeing this kind of little rejection, it is selling pressure. But for the fact that this candlestick, these two candlesticks that we've been waiting for, these signals have been signaling a reversal. When the reversal came, the volume became low. For that fact, you have to be careful when taking this trade. You don't just enter immediately. So if you look at the highest wick here is this one. So you should look at it now. This is where the market is reacting from. So if you take this candle and this candle, you can see an obvious loss in momentum again. Two candle loss in momentum. Now let's analyze the volume. This volume shows me 444. You can see it from here. Look at it, 440. Okay, 440. Now the next volume shows me 441. Is this loss of momentum valid? Yes, because this is 440 and this is 441. So you can do a put again after the candlestick goes outside in this area. But then again, you can see 440, 441 is not very huge. But for me, I will take the risk and I will do a put above this week. Why? I can see the difference in volume, although this is a confirmed loss in momentum, but the difference in volume is not very strong. So you need to be careful, and then you use it above this area. As you can see, it's coming down. Okay, so you did this. Now let's look at the next volume. The next volume, this is 440, 441, 440. Now this is something that is now we've been waiting. We've seen a loss of momentum and we are waiting for the reversal. The reversal happened, but now the volume has decreased. This is now a signal that this downtrend may have some fault. Now if you rush, let me show you. Let me use $1. Now, for me now, it's showing that this downtrend may have some fault. I will have to trade this candle when it has come. Yes, this is where I will have to trade, because the moment you trade from here, you might find out that your candlestick will not work as it should, because the volume is not supporting what we are saying. So I think I will be stopping here, and I hope you've understood a little bit about candlestick analysis. This is how you analyze candlestick. You add it with your support and resistance, you add it with the buyers or sellers pressure, whatever. Okay, let's see. This is 440, 446. Now you see 446 for this candle. for this candle. So I believe this will be going down. You can check this on your own. The video is already getting too long. So if this is your first time, please do it to like, share, and subscribe. You can join the Telegram group. Yes, you can join the Telegram. Here is the Telegram group. We drop our signals here, and there is never a day whereby we end as a losing day if you follow the rules well. So this is the Telegram group. You can join it for free. The link will be left in the description of this video. If you want to get the ebook or the course, you can contact me. The link is also in the description of this video. So until next time, take care and bye bye.